Hey, welcome to Muscle Up. I'm Tiffany. I hope you're doing well today. Please let me know in the chat box if you can hear me and see me. If you're here live. Hey, Alex. Yeah, just let me know. I have my 15-pound dumbbell here, so if you want to grab something like a couple of options, that's totally fine. We're not doing anything over 10 to 12 reps today. So, okay, perfect. So just gauge that, and then as we work through the sets, you can change your weights up, whatever you need. Make sure you have your water as well. Don't wait for me to tell you when to have some, and just make sure you sip it, don't gulp it. I'm gonna take my shoes off, like do my strength workouts kind of as barefoot as possible. That way I can really feel the energy and the grounding. But if you're wearing shoes, that's totally fine. Do what works for you. I'm just here to guide you. So let's go ahead and get started. Remember, if you feel any pain or anything like that, pain and discomfort are two different things. So don't work through it if you are hurting. All right, I'm going to start nice and easy with our spinal twist, waking up that midline of the body. Her spine is our center, keeps us aligned, helps everything to stay nice and upright. So we want that to be nice and warmed up as we move through our workout today, because the core is very important and the spine helps to support that. So just make sure you're doing whatever you need to do not to get dizzy. And then we'll go ahead and slow down. And then we'll do some nice big arm circles. So going backwards, big arm circles. If you'd like, you can do one at a time if that feels a little bit better. Just getting conscious of our breath here, intentional with our breath. Big inhales in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. We control our breath. We can control how our body moves, as well as controlling our heart rate when we get into those movements that cause our heart rate to spike. So go ahead and switch to going forward. The arms, you can do them at the same time, or you can do them one at a time. It's totally up to you, whatever you feel today. Just make sure that you're breathing. All right, then next, we're going to go in for some high knees drive. So just driving that knee up, activating through the knee joint as well as the hip joint. Flex those toes towards the ceiling as well. Activate through that ankle. Feel the stretch in your legs, and just bring some warmth and awareness. And I have my mat here. Forgot to mention it. We will do some things on the ground. So if you do need a mat or a towel or something, you can go ahead and pause and go ahead and grab that. And then we'll finish lastly with some hip circles. So feet a little bit wider than shoulder width distance. And then just big hip circles here, opening up through that midline and the joints in the hip. And then switching directions. Hey, Pauline, welcome in. And then we'll go ahead and start from the top with our spinal twists. Last few movements here to get warmed up. And then our arm circles going forward. And then going backwards. And then our knee drives, activating through the lower part of the body. So we don't want to get too warmed up to where we're fatiguing ourselves through the warm-up, but we just want our joints and our muscles activated so that we can put them to work for these strength movements. And then into our hip rotation, so big circles with the hips. Really feeling that lower back stretch. And then switch sides. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Love doing legs first. Biggest muscle group. It's going to get the heart rate going. So go ahead and grab that weight. What we're going to do is some wide leg goblet squats. So feet are nice and wide. Even though they're wide, we still don't want to lock those knees out when we come to the standing. So we want a slight bend in those legs. The weight is going to be up at our chest right here. If you have two dumbbells, which that's fine to use, you can either hold them up here or down here, but the goblet position is going to be at the chest, so the shoulders are back and down, and we're just pushing back with the glutes and driving up. So the knees don't have to be all the way out. We're not doing like a plie. We're kind of like maybe at a 45-degree angle, but we don't want to be on the railroad track. So we don't want to be like that where the knees are going forward. We want to angle those feet out just a little bit, and the knees are going to track along with the toes. So we're going to start with 12 reps of this. Make sure that the back is straight, the core is engaged, push the hips back, and begin. 1, squeezing the glutes at the top, driving through the heel. 2, pressing through all parts of the feet. 3, 4, 5, 6, keep that chest up. 7, 8, feel the inner thighs activating. 9, 2 more. 10, I lied, now we have 2 more. 11 and 12, nice job. Drop that weight. Now, since you did it once, if you want to grab a different size weight, you're more than welcome to. We're only going to do 1 more round of those and then move on to a different exercise. So try to kind of gauge. We've done these movements before, but try to gauge what your weight will be, especially when working legs. We work a little bit heavier because they're a big muscle group. All right, so get ready. Grab that weight. Make sure your feet are nice and wider than your shoulders. Toes are pointing to the side. And begin 12 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push those hips back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. Take that weight. Go ahead and grab your mat and take it down to the ground. So, one of my favorite moves is the glute bridge. So we're going to do 12 reps of that. So if you have your weight on your pelvis, you want it low there. You want to keep your hands here. Feet are as close to the glutes as possible. And you want your legs in line with your knees, in line with your hips. So when you look down, you shouldn't see your feet sticking out to the side, and your feet shouldn't be touching. They should be right at hip distance width apart. That doesn't mean that your knees are touching as well, just kind of like a natural gap between your legs. And we're just going to drive through the heels to lift the hips up and then come back down. So make sure you're squeezing the glutes at the top. We're going to do 12 reps of this. Deep breath and lift. 1, 2, push through those feet. 3, squeeze the glutes at the top. 4, make sure that belly button is engaged. 5, 6, 7, feel those hamstrings. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. And then go ahead and drop that weight. If you think you can grab something heavier for those 12 reps, that's fine. If you are okay where you're at, that's fine as well. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth as we recover. We got about another 15 seconds and we're going back in for another 12 reps. Moving slow on these strength days to activate our mind-muscle connection so that we're not just doing the workout just to do it. We're conscious and we're intentional with our movement, which will help develop and strengthen the muscles. All right, get your weights back going, glutes close to the heels, lifting up, driving through the heels and squeezing the glutes at the top, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. Relax. Little recovery here. So our next movement that we're going to do, you can just recover. We're going to take that weight. We're going to do our single arm chest press. So your feet can be flat or they can be bent. It's totally fine. You want your elbow, I'll do this arm. So you don't want your elbow all the way up here, like in line with your shoulder, but you don't want it at your rib cage either. You want it kind of like right at a 45-degree angle, right in the middle. And we're going to press from the ground. We want the wrist stacked over the elbow. So try not to let that weight lean on your wrist. You want to try to drive those knuckles, the top of your knuckles, the flat part up to the ceiling. And we're just pressing up, squeezing the chest at the top, and then coming down nice and controlled. So don't let that elbow slam through the ground. Have control going up and control coming back down. We're going to do 12 on each arm. All right, get ready and begin. 1, 2, big squeeze at the top of the chest. 3, 4, keep the weight over your chest as well so it doesn't fall on your face. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost there. 10, 11, and 12. Bring it all the way down and then switch arms. Same thing. So get that elbow in position. Nice 45 diagonal angle. Wrist is nice and strong. Press up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, almost there. 10, 11, last one on this side, and 12. Good. Drop that weight. Shake those arms out. You guys are doing a fantastic job already. We have one more round of those. Now we're moving on. So you should feel that heat coming into if you touch your muscles, the muscles that we're working, so your shoulders, your chest, your pectoral muscles here, if you touch them, they should be warm. That means that you're activating them. The blood's going there. So when we talk about that mind-muscle connection, we just want to be connected to the body part there or the muscle group that we're working. So we're just kind of like willy-nilly. Just like you're intentional with work and spending time with family, like you want to be present in that moment when we focus on those muscles. All right, going back in for our 12 reps and press up. 1, 2, all the way up. Fully extend that arm. 3, 4, core is still tight here, so drive that belly button to the spine. 6, 7, keep breathing. 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Nice job. Drop that weight, switch it over to the other side. Set that arm up, and then press to the ceiling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing. We're almost there. 6, 7, 8. Keep breathing. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Drop that weight. Go ahead and flip it over to the other side, or flip your body over to the other side. I'm going to grab some water. All right, so now we're going to work on some renegade rows, which is going to basically be when we're in a plank position. Nice plank position here, either in your plank or on your knees. And you're just going to take that weight and you're just going to drive that elbow back behind you. So I'm going to do mine on my knees. If you want the challenge, you can do them in a full plank. So what that would look like is you're up into your nice plank position and you're driving that weight all the way back behind you. So you have those two options there. So kind of gauge what weight that you need. You want something that's going to challenge you. We're doing 12 reps on each arm. So something That's going to help you, that you're going to feel the resistance, but that's not going to make you move your body all crazy. So you don't want to be in your renegade row and you're opening up your hip to lift the weight. You want to be able to keep your hips square to the ground and hinge with that shoulder. Use that tricep and that bicep to lift the arm or the weight. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to unfold this just a little bit more and maybe actually fold it so my knees have a little bit of cushion. All right. So we got 12 on one side, 12 on the other. Your feet can be as widespread as you need to, but just like I said, make sure that that back is nice and straight. So if that is a problem for you to hold your back flat like this, you absolutely can go to all fours, a nice little tabletop, keep that core engaged, and then you can just drive up in that way. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. 12 reps and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep breathing. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice. Roll that weight over to the other side. Same thing. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Drop that weight. Deep breath. I'm starting to sweat. So if you need to gauge your weight, go ahead and change that. We have one more round of these. Deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, get ready. We got about 10 seconds. We're going back in for our next set. That nice flat back. You're pressing through those shoulders. Try not to keep all the weight in the wrist of that hand that's holding you up. Try to press into your fingers as well, into the ball of your hand, every part of your hand, so that your wrist is not getting all of that force. Okay? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Go ahead and switch it over to the other side. Last 12 reps of these. Flat back and drive that elbow up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Back off. Shake those hands out. The wrists. All right. So go ahead and slowly bring it up to standing. So now what we'll do is some weighted side crunches. So basically, we're going to have the weight on one side. We're going to start with the weight down by the knee. We're going to use our obliques to lift us over and tap the other knee. So 1 rep is from here and to here. So we're really activating through the side oblique and holding on to push the weight up and over. Make sure the shoulders are down. So we don't want to be slouching here. We don't want to be like lax here. We want to be nice and tight. Shoulders are back. The core is engaged, so don't arch that back. We want the tailbone tucked, keeping the rib cage closed, and then just hinging from side to side. All right, so we got 12 reps on each side, and begin. So down with the weight to the knee, and then up and over, tapping the other knee. That's 1, 2, don't lift that weight. Don't use your shoulder to lift the weight. 3, use your core. 4, 5, 6, 7, keep breathing. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. Switch it over to the other side. Same thing, starting with the weight down at that knee and then reaching to tap the other knee, and begin. 1, 2, 3. Keep it going, guys. Keep breathing. 4. Feel the strength in those obliques. 5, 6. Do not let that arm pull that weight up. 7. Use your core. 8, 9. Almost there. 10, 11, and 12. Good. Drop the weight. You can shake out a little bit if you need to twist. That's totally fine. You should be able to feel that activation in your obliques as well as a little bit in your abdominals. You might even feel it a little bit in your lower back. Those muscles, as long as there's no pain, that's fine. Those muscles are assisting with the obliques to twist as well, and also to hold your spine up as you're leaning. So you're actually working those lower back muscles to keep your spine is flexible, but to keep it so your spine doesn't just collapse as you're leaning from side to side. Okay, it's a great exercise. You can do this exercise literally every day, and it would be great to build the flexibility and stability in your spine. All right, grab that weight again. Strong, and you're strong for your legs too. Even though your legs aren't doing anything, we still want to maintain contraction throughout the whole body, like I said, to maintain that core strength, to get this weight up and over. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Keep breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. Switch it over to the other side. Same thing. Shoulders back and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep breathing. 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 2. 11, and 12. Nice job. Drop that weight. You guys are doing fantastic. We only got a couple more movements. All right, so we're going to go back into some legs here. So we're going to do a single arm Romanian deadlift. So we want that weight in front of us. Palm is facing towards the body. The shoulder is back and down, but the wrist is turned. So try not to bring your shoulder in front of you. You still want to keep your shoulder behind you. You just want to rest that wrist on your thigh. What we're going to do is push back with our hips, come down, keep the back nice and square. So even though you have this weight, don't let one shoulder come up. Keep the shoulder square till we feel that stretch in the hamstring. Then we're going to drive through our heels, squeeze the glutes at the top to come up. So we got 12 reps with the weight in one hand, and then we'll do 12 reps with the weight in the other hand, working unevenly through the shoulders, but also through the legs. Okay, deep breath and begin. Down and back up. 1, keep the shoulders square. 2, don't let that weighted shoulder lean forward. 3, 4, 5, keep going, keep breathing. 6, as soon as you feel that pull in the back of your thigh, come back up. 7, 8, keep that back nice and straight, neck is long. 9, keep breathing. 10, 11, last one on this side, and 12. Go ahead and switch that weight. Keep the shoulders square and push back. 1, 2, 3. Good job, guys. Keep focused. 4. Keep the shoulders square. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it going. Almost there. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. Drop that weight. Nice deep breath. We got one more round of those. So we're working here. We're working the core as well as the lower back, working the hamstrings, and with the weight being unevenly distributed, it's going to force you to keep to stay balanced. Is what I'm trying to say is you're activating through one side because you have the weight on the other side. So it's always good to work single sides so that you can develop strength and you don't have an imbalance. All right, going right back in. Remember to push those hips out. Don't think about bending the knees or just folding forward. You want to push the hips and drive through the heels to lift up. Shoulders are back and begin. 1, keeping the shoulders even. 2, 3, 4. Good job, guys. Keep breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Couple more. Keep going. 9. Be conscious of your shoulders. 10, 11. Last one on this side. And 12. Switch the weight and drop down. 1, 2, 3. All the way through, guys. 4, 5, 6. Keep breathing. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Last one. And 12. Good. Drop that weight. Grab some water. So we'll knock out, we'll do our last round. We'll do 15 hammer curls on each arm, just one time. So grab whatever weight is comfortable for you. We'll do that, and then we'll stretch, and then you guys will be on your way. Get the arms a little bit, one last pump, and then we'll be out of here. Just go ahead and grab your weight. We want to keep that weight, the fist, we want to keep it towards our body, and we're just going to drive up just like that. Try not to swing the arm. Try to hinge with the elbow. We're only doing one set, so keep that elbow pinned to your side and really feel the strength in your arm as you lift that weight. Ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep pushing, guys. We're almost there. 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 more. 13, 14. Last one. And 15. Good job. Switch it over to the other arm. Last 15 reps of the workout. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Keep pushing. 6, 7, 8. Keep breathing. 9, 10, 11. Almost there, guys. 12, 13, 14, and 15. Nice job. Woo! My biceps feel very strong right now. All right, guys. So we'll go ahead and start. Since we finished the biceps, the arms, go ahead and do some small wrist circles here, going in one direction, go in the other direction, just kind of releasing some of that tension. And then we'll go ahead and clasp the fingers behind us, press those knuckles down to the ground, and open up through the chest, pressing the shoulders down as well. Inhaling through the nose, out through the mouth. And swing the arms out front, interlace the fingers, and then open up through the upper back. And then release that, and we'll go ahead and take our arm across the chest for a chest stretch. And feel free to stay in these stretches as long as you like, just moving through them for time. But you guys can stay and just enjoy the stretch. Go ahead and switch sides. And then go ahead and grab your foot for your quad stretch. So pulling that foot back behind you, pressing through your hip at the front so you can feel the stretch along the front of that thigh. And then switch sides. And then we'll do one big inhale overhead and an exhale. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me for Muscle Up today. I appreciate it. I hope you feel a lot stronger. Take somebody to the gun show today. Have a wonderful afternoon.